So you're going to ask me, what do I do as an artist, aren't you? And I can just feel it coming.
I'm going to ask you.
I have a very clear memory. I'm not quite sure how old I was. I might have been 12 or 13, but being taken to King Lear. And I had no experience of King Lear. I didn't know the story. And I remember coming out in the interval thinking, what on earth can happen next? I couldn't kind of conceive of where the writer could take us, just being so kind of drenched in, this terrible kind of tragedy. And I think those are the great moments that stay with you, when you are so absorbed in the story that you have no idea the kind of cliff that the writer is taking you over. One of the places I really love is to sit in an empty theatre, particularly when I'm kind of gestating a play, or I'm starting to think about a play, and there's something about sitting in an empty theatre that's almost, for me, it's almost like a cathedral or something, that it's the place of possibilities, and you can kind of sit there and imagine a whole array of universes and worlds that could be conceived there. So I often kind of do sit at the back of an auditorium and kind of think, how can I kind of catapult the audience into the middle of a rich and engaging story. I think for me, writing a play, obviously there's the story that you want to tell, but one of the really kind of special things is finding the theatrical language, when you find your form to tell your story, and particularly to find a form that only the theatre can do. That's the special thing to me, that you are going to, stretch what the audience will believe, or stretch what the theatre is capable, or just deliver it in a way that is not like a film or a book, but can only be done in theatre. Because I think part of being a human is to try and explore different ways of telling stories. I mean, I think we've been telling stories for as long as we've been, and we need to act out, we need to rehearse moments, we need to imagine, we need, so I think theatre and storytelling in that kind of live way are as much part of being human as all the other things we do. So even if all the funding had been cut, I think people would still find a way to be telling theatre stories and plays. And plays that I admire are ones that not only are mischievous in kind of form and theatrical, but also just challenge something, with the soul almost, that they kind of get under your skin, and you kind of think, yeah, no, there's something really to kind of grapple with there about what it is to be a human. Or a play is like an experiment. You write the script, you go into rehearsal with actors and a director, and it's only really when you put it in front of an audience that you know whether it's worked or not. And if you're lucky enough to have a preview at time, then that's when you can kind of rework. And I've been in rehearsal processes where we've quite radically reworked in that preview time. But you're so dependent on what the audience is making of your play and the kind of feedback that you're getting. To me, I feel that theatre is the place, the moment out of our lives where we can examine where we are and where we're headed, and what it means to be a population, a person, a race, a nation, all those things.